Hello and welcome back to another speed build. This one, something I've not done before, well, for obvious reasons. It is a resort. Mainly doing this because obviously Our Living came out last month and, a lot of the pack fits well with a resort type theme, holiday style. Obviously it's on beaches where a lot of resorts are, and I just felt like it fit really well, and I've just been craving doing this kind of style build for a while, and this pack lends itself very well to it, so I decided to just do it. I also wanted to get in a few opinions and stuff about the pack as well, just to get it out there. I was originally going to do a purely sort of review type thing of the pack, but it ended up I needed more time to obviously investigate the pack and see what it was like, and then I just thought, well, there's no point doing an individual one just for that, because I thought it's been out for a while now. And I mean, I actually filmed this video a week ago, if that, maybe. Is it a week ago? What day is it today? It was the 20th. Yeah, it was over a week ago now. And I don't know, I did the recording for it, and then it ended up not syncing up very well because I'd just done something wrong somewhere. And then I just thought to myself, I didn't really like it anyway, what I said in it. I didn't feel like it was very cohesive, so I thought, right, I'll record it again, and we'll just do it again. Why not? So, a little bit about the build. So, first of all, you'll notice that it is on a beach lot, and it has obviously like the thatched roof, and it's built on stilts, but not all just on the stilts foundation. It's also got the lattice foundation as well. I like the lattice foundation. I feel like it does actually suit the build quite well. I didn't want it all to be on stilts just because I didn't think that was that realistic, really. I mean, I guess you could, but where would the plumbing go? That's my question. And also electricity. Yeah, so I thought I'd just add the lattice type foundation as well, and just at the front and on the main building, and then obviously the rest is, yeah. So a bit more about the build. It's got a restaurant inside it, which means it would function as a restaurant if it was that lot type. I did originally have it as a spa, but I changed it because I got to the end of the build and I was like, I haven't even added any spa elements into it, so I'd rather just, I can't remember what I think I did it as a beach lot. So in the screenshots towards the end, you might notice that there's quite a few people walking around. It's just because it's a public lot, and I took my sim to it so I could get proper like screenshots, like decent ones, and there was just a bunch of people there, so that was fun. Yeah, I wanted this space to be quite light. I mean, it doesn't end up being really, really light just because the only windows are at the front and the back. That part is like the reception type area and also the restaurant. It's got a kitchen and everything, and upstairs is where there's 4 rooms upstairs, and then there are 3 like self-contained apartment type things at the back here. There's also a place to get married and a reception type area for after a wedding, obviously. And I do really like how this turned out. It's probably my favourite build I've done that's themed around like Ireland living and stuff. I feel like it turned out exactly how I wanted it to, if not even better, to be honest. And I was quite proud of myself, to be honest. I mean, I've not really tried anything like this before, not since Sims 3. I mean, I did a build similar to this in Sims 3 as well, years and years ago. I specifically remember doing it because I was quite proud of that as well. But it wasn't really like this. It was similar, but not really like it. I had these houses at the back. And yeah, so I think that's basically it about what it, The thing is, I know we don't actually technically have resorts in the game, but me personally, I do believe that we will get a resort game pack or like a hotel game pack. We've had a restaurant one. I feel like we will get like a hotel one where you can run your own hotel. I really hope so, because I feel like that could be the only reason. It's the only reason I can think of as to why they wouldn't put resorts in this game in this expansion pack. Oh, I don't understand why they wouldn't have. And a lot of people are saying it. The features in this are very cut back, compared to The Sims 3. And I know it's a different game, and I know The Sims 3. I mean, looking at Sims 3 from the outside, obviously I'm not a game developer. I don't know anything about the game and how it's developed, but I feel like The Sims 3 was a lot easier to develop. I mean, the world in itself, they're a lot easier to make. You know, The Sims 4, they're a lot more detailed. They've got a lot more going on in them. They're a lot more alive. The Sims 3, I remember when I transitioned from a laptop to a computer and I played The Sims 3 for the first time, I was like, wow, it just looks just as bad as it did when I was on my laptop. So, yeah. I mean, and features as well, they always seemed very unpolished. And as much as I understand that Sims 4 does have its bugs, it has its problems, the features in this game are a lot more polished than The Sims 3. I'm sorry, but they are. 100%. And that's my opinion. If you don't obviously agree with that, that's absolutely fine. Everyone's entitled to them. But that's what I feel like. I feel like The Sims 4, when they do features, they do them better. I'm going to use apartments as an example. And I know that people were annoyed because apartments are quite constricted in creativity-wise. Like, you can't change them that much. But compare them to Sims 3. Sims 3 apartments were so bad. They really were. And I understand that The Sims 3 had the benefit of being able to make your own apartments and stuff like that. But honestly, they were so bad, I never used them. Never used them. And when I did, it was for a short amount of time and I got sick of them and changed. So, but again, that's my opinion. You know, that's just what I feel with The Sims 3. But, I mean, I'm not going to make this video bashing Sims 3. I mean, I've done that before. Sims 4 has its problems, 100%. I know it does, as many people probably will. But I mean, they are trying. You know, they've explored things that they never would have before. Look at Strangerville. You know, I'm not mad at them for Strangerville. It's a decent pack. You know, and we've got Dine Out. Been able to make your own restaurant. That's so customizable. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. I mean, Get to Work was a bit iffy. You know, it feels a little bit stripped back compared to Open for Business, but I mean, that's just an opinion, I guess. I don't really know. I've just realised I didn't add a fridge to this lot. Right, I probably should have added a fridge. Anyway, enough comparing it to The Sims 3. It's a different game completely. It's a different era. I do really like this pack. I feel like some things are a little bit washed out. Just a little bit. But it is a really, really good pack. The world's absolutely stunning. I have no qualms about this world whatsoever. I mean, people say, oh, it should have been bigger. I disagree, because I feel like if it was bigger, they would have put less effort into it. So obviously you've got to have that balance, and I feel like they got a good balance. I mean, you do get worlds like Windenburg, which are huge and also stunning. Like, that world is beautiful. But the pack in itself, Get Together, didn't have as many features as like this one does. So, you know, it's known. They've got to have that balance. Definitely, like, I know that in game developments that there is a balance. You know, you can't have a game that has tons and tons of features, loads and loads of features without there being problems. So, yeah. Anyway, as you can see, I'm trying not to just make this video about bashing the game or just talking about features that I do and don't like. I mean, I do want to have, like, I wanted to give my opinion a little bit, but I don't want it to just be fully about that. You know, I want it to be about the build as well, because I am really proud of this build. And yeah, so I'll say my last final piece about Island Living. You know, I would recommend it because the world is absolutely stunning. You get some really good new features, like you've got the career, the conservationist career. You've got the odd jobs as well, which is such a cool system that's been added into the game. Ocean swimming, which hopefully comes to new worlds that obviously are developed, and I mean, hopefully even comes to old worlds. That'd be great. And yeah, I do really like the pack. 100% it could have been improved, but it also could have been a lot worse. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Would recommend. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of talking about the pack. You know, let's talk about this build and what I'm doing, because it's a bit crazy. So basically, I wanted to do the resort. I wanted it to have different tiers of like rooms. So I wanted it to be sort of more budget rooms, and then there to be more luxurious rooms, and then I wanted it to be sort of like a business class as well. I wanted it to be sort of rooms that a business person would use. And yeah, I think I've managed that. I mean, these are obviously the budget rooms. They're not nothing fancy, not really. And then the ones opposite them, they're more luxurious. They're a bit bigger, you know, they've got nicer furniture and stuff like that. And then the floating self-contained apartments, they're the ones that are like more catered towards business class and stuff like that. And Yeah, this made me laugh. I kept doing the like that like I'm doing here. Like I was making the bathrooms at the same time, and I thought, why did I just clone them? I don't know, just idiot. All the bathrooms are sort of like themed similar, where they've got like same coloured tiles on the floor and the walls, but then two walls are like white. I mean, you'll see what I mean in a minute. I will paint them in a second. And I really like that style. I think it's really, really nice. Really enjoy it. So, yeah. So, I think I changed it the other one. Oh, excuse me. A bit tired. Yeah, so it's like a U-shaped tile. The tiles are like U-shaped, and then the two other walls are white. I don't know. I saw that done one time. It was like a blue, and I like love it. I think, you know, if I ever get to remodel my bathroom, I would probably do that because that is my kind of style. Really, really enjoy it. So I wanted there to be obviously a mirror in the bedroom, in the room. Sorry, like a little seating area, a TV, you know, bed obviously, and the bathroom and stuff. And I managed to get it all in, and I'm quite happy with how they turn out. Obviously, they are just the two rooms that like obviously these two, and then the other two, they look the same as each other. So I just copied and pasted them basically. Yeah, because obviously they in hotels, if a room's like costs the same amount, they usually are just a literal copy of the other rooms. If that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. Just talking gibberish. I did the little balconies, but I actually didn't put anything on them just because they're so small, and I just thought I'd leave them blank, and then, I mean, if anyone wanted to add something in there, they could. Like this is uploaded onto the gallery, so if you want to download it, the link is in the description, or I mean, you can just search Douche as well, DUWSH, which is the same as my YouTube name. I think it's that anywhere. Might be Douchebag. I don't really know. I think it is just Douche, yeah. So yeah, that's available on there if you'd like to download it. You know, although it doesn't function as a resort, it can be used as one because if it's a public space, which means community lot. It's a community lot, so you can spend as much time here as you want, and you'll never get kicked out. You know, if you make it a restaurant, it means that you can eat there as well. I mean, I haven't actually uploaded it yet to the gallery, so when I do that, I'll add a fridge in so that obviously you can just go and eat. I might add I added the barbecue pit as well, which is on the front, which means you can cook food there as well. And yeah, I wanted it to sort of function as an actual resort without it functioning as a resort, if that makes sense. So it does work. You can use this, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with this build. Like, I really am. I don't often think to myself, oh, I actually really like this. This is one of them times though. I wanted like the couple sink on there as well, but it didn't really work. The room wasn't meshing properly, so I decided to just do one sink. In a hotel, you don't really need two sinks, do you? I mean, usually you're just on holiday. It's not like you're both trying to get ready at the same time or anything. So yeah, but I am actually quite happy how these bathrooms turn out. I just wanted them to be really simple, you know, black and white. Why not? Quite elegant and luxurious. As I said, you know, that was the theme I was going for. I had to just because of the way that you walk in and out of showers, I had to just have the room completely copied rather than it being, because the other bathrooms I've copied and then switched them around so that they look the same, they're like mirrored, whereas that bathroom's not mirrored because it couldn't be because of the shower. Otherwise that like, I don't know what you'd call it, it's like the wood wall thing, whatever that is. It would have a wall next to it, if that makes sense. Like the shower wall would be next to it, and like I wanted you to be able to see through it. So you know, it's not mirrored, but it gives the same effect. Who cares? It's oh, sorry, got a little notification there. Yeah, so it's mirrored rather than it. I mean, it's not mirrored. Wow, I'm just not functioning today. So it's not mirrored, but it is copied. So it's the same furniture and stuff. So basically the same. I added this little seating area here because I really liked it. I really liked how it looked. I wanted the huge mirrors again in this room because I just love it. I love having that huge 3-tile mirror and then having like the chest of drawers in front of it. Also, this is like, I was looking at this one as like a honeymoon type suite. So you know, you've got like the ice bucket and the rose and the teddy bear and stuff, and I just thought it was cute to have that in there. And yeah, it tells a story, basically. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just like. So we're almost done with these ones, to be honest. Like I said, they are pretty much just a copy of each other. Oh, I just remembered the wedding area did not go well. Obviously, I'll cover that a little bit more when it comes to it, but obviously I'm doing these first. I change all the outside of these buildings to be like black and white because the inside's black and white, but then later on I went to the map view and it looked bizarre. It looked so weird that the whole building was like this tan colour, light coloured, blah blah blah, and then they were just like black and white. It looked really bizarre, so I just decided to change it back. I don't believe I've got that on, like, that's not recorded or anything. I did it just like in my own time because it just, I don't know, I didn't see the point in showing anyone. It was just me changing the wallpaper and the roof and the fences and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, these are again copied and pasted, but each one's a different colour. I didn't want them to all be the same. So I mean, I think one's orange, one's blue, and one's red, if I remember rightly. Oh no, one's green. You know, I don't know. Red, green, and orange. That's a guess. I'm not really sure. So I wanted the wall to be the same colour as the flooring, but I think it's a little bit different because there wasn't any like matching black walls and floor, so they are slightly different. But it looks close enough for it to look like it's supposed to be, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I wanted to add some like drapes and stuff over the windows, even though like they obviously don't really produce that much light. Still, you know, I think it's more romantic to sort of have that, to have the curtains and stuff. I know that sounds so silly, but yeah, it's true. I played around with doing like a desk thing here, with like, because in hotel rooms I've been in, they've got like these weird, they're like side tables, and then they've got a desk attached to them like that, but it just didn't look right. Also, like, it didn't fit because the tables were a lot thicker than the kitchen counters. I really like it, and I would like to try that again, like on a different build, but in this build it just didn't work out. Well, in my opinion, it didn't work out. I mean, you know, someone else might have thought, oh, it didn't look too bad. I didn't like it, so I just decided to change it. Why not? This is me changing all the colours, which I wish I just hadn't even bothered, because like I said, I'd change them back anyway. It's just weird that why would there be a different, there wouldn't be a different colour. You wouldn't have that. It just does not make sense. So, well, I'll tell you what, it's really hot in my room right now. I've had to close the window because the dog's barking and it is absolutely mafting in here. I imagine that's what it's like to be in this hotel room, absolutely boiling. Although there is a fan in there and there is not one in here, so I'm very jealous. I will definitely say that this would be like a dream vacation house to stay in. These individual ones here, they're just, oh my god, how nice would that be to just stay in them. I love that they've got like they've got the what are they called? It's like the outside bit is just completely open to the sea. I mean, super dangerous if you can't swim, but if you can swim, it's not too bad. It'd just be really nice just to be able to just wake up in the morning, think, oh, I could go for a swim and just dive straight in that water. That would be unbelievable. Was trying to do my signature sink that I always do when I can. I love doing that sink. It's just so nice. It looks really professional. So I've copied and pasted them all over. So it's red, green, and then like orangey colour. Yeah, okay, if that makes sense. So here we go. I've changed all of it, and then I ended up changing it all back anyway. So it was pointless. I really like that we can do like the split leveling now, like the proper split leveling. I also downloaded the mod. I think it's by, is it Twisted Mexican? I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Where you can do basements and swimming pools on these lots, on the beach lots, because you can't do them normally. And like they are a little bit glitchy, but it works, and it confuses me as to why that wasn't a feature in the first place. I mean, I guess there's reasons. It's glitchy. It's weird. I mean, I think one of the main reasons is because the water texture doesn't stop when it hits the land. I think it keeps going underneath. So like, you can't cut the water out of it, if that makes sense. Like, there isn't water physics in a way. I don't know if this makes sense. Like in different games, stuff like that, if you want to build on like the water, once you build like a foundation or walls inside the water, it cuts the water out so it doesn't appear inside. Whereas I don't think they could figure out a way to do that in Sims 4, because that's what happens. Like if you build a pool at sea level, you can see the water, the sort of like the sea water on top of the pool water, but it's not that noticeable, so it's not too bad. So I think that's like one of the reasons why they didn't do it. But I mean, they really should have tried harder. I'd be really annoyed if they don't like patch that in at some point, because it just feels lazy. It just feels a little bit lazy to me. This is the part where I was doing the wedding section, and it just was not going my way at all. It turned out so bad, and I had to completely get rid of it. As you can see, I've got rid of it now. If you look at the little apartment things there, you can see that I've changed them back now, so they're back to how they was before. I really like how this wedding venue turns out though. Like, it looks really nice actually. I was really surprised. I usually struggle a lot with doing wedding like venue type things, because I don't know, I always think, oh, there's not enough clutter items, blah blah blah, but there is enough clutter items. It's just me being lazy. I end up adding like plants and stuff to the roof. It's like there's like a lattice work roof, and yeah, and I had like these curtains to the outside. They're on the inside of them, but I do swap them to the outside. It looks better when I put them on the outside. It just seems really romantic and really nice, to be honest. I'm happy how it turned out, and I think I would like to get married here. I'm joking. Well, I mean, it would be nice, I guess. It would cost an absolute fortune, but yeah. So I just skipped me placing all the curtains around the outside. It's done now. So yeah. I've just realised I haven't recoloured them side ones unless I go back and do it. Right, I'll have to change that. So yeah, this is when I'm adding all the plants and stuff to the roof. I end up adding too many and then go back and change it and like take a few off. Made it look a bit more natural. I had a little statue on the top as well. Just for, you know, decoration, why not? At first, when I first started adding the plants and stuff, it wouldn't let me place them on the roof of here, like at all. So I had to add the flooring back in and then do the lattice work afterwards. But it worked out in the end anyway, and from the underneath it does actually look really cool as well. So this is where I'm just deleting a few of the plants because some of them just didn't look right. And I struggled a lot with the chairs and stuff like that in the wedding venue thing, but it ends up looking alright, and I am happier with it than I was to start with, like, because I could not do that at all. It was just not working out for me in the slightest. I think I had reefs to the back of the chairs, which I know sounds really stupid, but I saw it on a picture and it looked really nice, and I was like, right, I'm definitely adding that in. I believe I have finished the wedding venue and I just skipped it because it was taking too long to do like the decoration and stuff, and yeah, so you'll see in the screenshots though that it's all done and everything. I added like the barbecue pit thing out here because I needed obviously somewhere for people to eat if they were staying at this lot, and I mean just if the fact it's there, might as well add it in. And there's like a little seating area. It's quite romantic really, and yeah, I wanted to add some plants to the side of the building, but obviously you can't place them too close to the edge of foundation, so I ended up just moving that porch part and then put it back. I'm actually quite happy with how the landscaping turned out. Usually I hate my landscaping, but it was really nice actually. I quite liked it. I do add some in the water as well. It's supposed to look like floating algae or something. I was watching a video of one of the simmers. Who was it? Well, I can never remember the name. But they were one of the game changers, and they added like a tree with some algae in the water, and I thought, that looks really cool, that. So I kept it in myself, and yeah. Obviously got to add some pool floaters around the place, because obviously. And some towels on the floor as well, just so you can sunbathe and stuff like that. Yeah, that texture didn't look right on the floor there, so I changed it to like that darker one. It looks a little bit better. And obviously I swapped that round because it made no sense that it was facing inland. It should be facing out so you can see into the water, even though them apartments are there. But let's not talk about that. Yeah, this is where I think I had I just added some like plants and stuff. It just, I don't know, it just made it look a bit better, like it was actually, people actually stayed there. And this is the reception area. I thought it's a wedding venue, you know, you would have like a place to have like a reception and stuff, so I decided to add it in this. It was originally going to be, I mean, I cut it out. I did like a whole dance area here, but what I did was I cut out a section and lowered it down so it was all open, if that makes sense, and it ended up looking quite weird. So I thought, right, I won't do this, it looks weird, I'll change it. And then I decided to do just like a simple sort of wedding venue type thing, and I like how it ends up looking, even though, I mean, it's not perfect, and it has got a dance area as well, so because obviously people go dancing at weddings, clearly. Yeah, I don't like how the counters have that backplate panel thing, but then that side part where the what they're called, bar counter, that doesn't sound right. Where the bar counter is, that there isn't a backplate panel thing, but it doesn't matter. I'm just getting that out of my mind. It's not in there. Bye. Yeah, so I did a little dance floor, and I wanted to keep this roof thing like it's like the feature of the building, because I don't know, I just feel like it would be really, really nice just to look up and see the stars. Really romantic and stuff. Oh, there is a fridge. I did a fridge there. Okay, that's fine then. I'll let myself off. Yeah, so this is what it ends up looking like. I think I had a little I don't know, plant or something at the side of each one of the chairs. As you can see, I added the reefs to the back of the chairs, which you think, oh, that's going to look stupid. It actually looked really nice. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I'm quite happy. So I'd definitely get married. It's very nice, very, very nice. Decided to add like a blue bigger vase. How do I say it? Vase. That's the one. Vase. Wow. No, I'm not fancy. Yeah, I decided to add that because it matched with the sort of blue flowers and stuff, and yeah, just adding some rugs here and there. And I mean, I'm almost done, to be honest. There are some screenshots at the end, so if you would like to stick around for them, that's up to you. But subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let me know in the comments what you think of the Island Living game. See, I'm saying game pack. It's because it's just, yeah, expansion pack. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.